So on Descartes' rule on the determinant number of possible rational zeros, basically what we need to be able to do in this case is, so last time this tells us what the number of real and positive and negative zeros are, right? Well, now we're just looking for what are the rational zeros. So if we have a rational zero, if we have a number, what type of rational zero is it going to be? So what we do simply for this is just take our p over our q, where p represents our constant and q represents our coefficient. OK? So to find the possible number of rational zeros, p over q, that's basically going to be the factors of p over the factors of q. So let's go ahead and take a look at the factors of p. Well, forget about the negative. Just think of the factors of 15. I always start with the largest number, which is 15, and then go to 5, 3, and 1. Does everybody agree with me? Those are all the factors of 15.
So wait, p is a constant.
Q is the leading coefficient. Then we go over to plus or minus of 2, which is 2 and 1.
Yeah, completely different.
OK? So now what we're going to do is we are going to now write out all of the possibilities of the rational zeros. So it could be 15 over 2, 5 over 2, 3 over 2, 1 over 2, 5 over 2, 3 over 2, 1 over 2, 3 over, 5 over 2, 15 over 2, 15 over 1, 5 over 2, 5 over 1, 3 over 2, 3 over 1, 1 over 2, 1 over 1. OK? So it's going to look like this. P over Q plus or minus, again, you're going to write 15 over 2, comma, 15 over 1. I'll be moving along. I always like to put plus or minus outside, so then I don't have to do it for every single one. Comma, 5 over 2, comma, 5 over 1. 3 over 2, comma, 3 over 1. 1 over 2, comma, 1 over 1. So I put the plus or minus on the outside, but notice that each one of those should be positive or negative. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify this. 15 over 2 cannot be simplified, so I'll just leave it like that. 15 over 1, though, can be simplified to 15. 5 over 2 cannot be simplified. However, 5 over 1 can.
Oh my God.
So if I ask you to say, if I ask you what are all the possible rational zeros, then I would expect you guys to be able to write all of those down, and that's what would be expected on your test.